Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Until 6, where we talk about all things related to Five Nights at Freddy's. Today, we're going to be talking about more references to FNAF in other pieces of media. The last video did pretty well, so we're going to talk about more references of FNAF in other pieces of media. So let's begin. In Garden of Band 7, oh god, I never thought I'd ever have to say this. There's a poster which states, The Lick of 78. Of course, this is a reference to the Bite of 87, an event at the FNAF 2 location where an animatronic bit a person's frontal lobe out. Of course, this would imply that in their universe, instead of a fight in 1987, somebody was licked in 1978. In Pixelgun 3D, there is a map called Scary Pizzeria, which is very clearly based off of Five Nights at Freddy's and Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. The enemies in this level are also very clearly based off of the FNAF 1 animatronics, as there are characters such as Terrifying Bear, Fox, Rabbit, and Walking Duck. And if you look at their designs, they are very clearly based off of the FNAF 1 designs of Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. And there's straight up a character there called Balloon Boy. Alongside that, there's a Celebrate poster. There's an office very clearly based off of the FNAF 1 office. And this is just an homage to the first FNAF game. Very clearly. It's practically a knockoff, really. In one of the DLCs for the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Afterbirth, one of the achievements is called Five Nights at Mom's. That's one of the achievement names in the Afterbirth DLC for the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Of course, the mom is sort of the main antagonist of the game of sorts. You're running away from her to the basement. In Goosebumps, the game, in the mall level, there's a note left behind, and the note reads the following. Hello. I wanted to jot down a quick message to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that mall before you. It's my last week now. In this level, there is an animatronic night guard there, and you have to avoid him. And of course, the way it's formatted, the message, is very clearly a reference to the FNAF 1 phone call. And of course, you're an animatronic security guard, animatronic security guard, a very clear reference to Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, a much more obvious reference is in one of the Troll Face Quest games. Particularly in the first Troll Face Quest game, there is a level where you're in a bedroom, and Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie appear. You die when you flash your light at them, and you have to prevent from needing this to happen. But they do very clearly, not even just homages, it's just straight up them, they appear there, and they can kill you. In Mr. Hop's Playhouse, there's a safe. And now, if you were to type in 1987 to the safe, it will unlock, and you'll be jump scared by Withered Golden Freddy. Lastly, for today's video, in the game That's Not My Neighbor, one of the residents of the apartment building, they have to check for to see if they're an imposter, is a person known as Dr. W. Afton, very close to William Afton. And in the nightmare mode, he changes to resemble a sort of mixture of Scrap and Springtrap, because the lower jaw is really missing, like Burntrap does. Burntrap doesn't have a lower jaw, so it's kind of like Burntrap because it has no lower jaw, but it also doesn't have the metallic arms and stuff. So it's sort of a mix of Burntrap and Springtrap, really. But he does appear still in the name of Dr. W. Afton. Now, Afton is actually a real surname. It's not a very common surname. It makes you wonder how Scott Coffin found out about that surname also as well, But, yeah, that's all I gotta say for today's episode. I'll see you around sometime soon, so, bye, have a nice time.